Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have a Kickstarter called the Groove Watch Band, the first breathable band with grooves. Replace the original Apple Watch brand with the comfort function and exclusive designs of the Groove Watch Band. Okay, so it is a replacement Apple Watch band project. That's what it looks like. That's what some of it looks like. I left this one up here because it's basically the easiest way to show you that is 500% funded with 25 days remaining. So their goal was 20,000. They're well over 100,000, and this will probably pop up while I'm doing this video. So it's going well. 2,500 backers. And of course, because they sell not just single bands but bundles, they've sold probably, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000 bands already, which is great for them. $29. Super backer, choose one band, $29. That's actually not so bad. $29 for one. Is it that bad? Not so bad. Yeah. $115 for 5. Okay, so this is in US dollars, so that's like 20 something each. Probably if you get the big band. Okay, 22 each. And then they have some, whatever, retail bundles, etc. And some really cheesy things like a trip with the person and be in their YouTube video, blah, blah, blah. I guess the early bird that's all gone was $20 or more and 50% off. Okay, so I guess you got one. You got one, even the fanciest one, for only $20. Okay, $20 is not that bad. Yeah, so this is what they look like. They're watch brands. They're the silicone. They're basically a replacement for the original band. Let me see if I can get this thing to play.
Hey Apple, sweet watch. Your watch can run your life. Everything from appointments to health and fitness.
So it's tongue-in-cheek. I'll skip ahead. It got all the fancy graphics.
Sport band that doesn't breathe? What the fungus?
Yeah, so that's actually, it's a pretty fair criticism of the original silicone band that came with this thing, is that it doesn't breathe. It's a solid piece of plastic, except for the little watch holes, the holes in the band for the clasp thing. And
limited colors and $50 for a replacement.
$50 for a replacement. Okay, that's the founder, by the way. So yeah, that's a fair critique. But then they came out with the Nike one with all the holes in it. So okay, $50 is kind of pricey, but hey, there's a thing called Amazon. There's a thing called Taobao. So why should I buy these guys and their fancy design bands? So their big thing is that they've got these grooves, hence the name. And so the grooves are supposed to breathe. I suppose it's better than the solid piece, that's for sure. And okay, it looks nice, I guess, if you like those designs. And they've got this guy who's looks like he's trying to imitate Johnny Ive.
Not only are we bringing you the first breathable watch band with exclusive patterns, what we're really excited about is our new 3D dimension designs. Following the success of our dimension rings,
So yeah, that's the thing. And then they get the founder guy who's apparently from Alaska, and he moved to where are they? Tennessee. This was their original project. This is actually their second project. Their first one was the Groove Ring, which was basically, I guess, from what I understand, just a ring that happened to be made out of like silicone. And it had the same kind of groove textures in there for breathing or airports. Yeah, so if you want a ring, but you want a plastic one that is maybe more comfortable and safer, because it will rip off instead of ripping your finger off if you get it stuck on something, that's what it was. This was like 2 years ago plus, 3 years ago almost. I guess 3 years ago. More than 3 years ago, because it was supposed to deliver 3 years ago. This one was apparently pretty successful too. They raised $17,000, which was their goal was a lot smaller back then. So the new one is definitely more successful. This one did deliver, although obviously you always have people complaining. Although the creator dude came back and answered all of them, so he's pretty smart. There's always the guy who didn't get their thing, but he did reply to Brian. So that's good management technique. This guy gave a review. I don't care about the ring thing that much, but the key thing is that he actually delivered on this Peter guy. Made a project, did reasonably well, and delivered on it. Although I have to say these rings probably cost like a few pennies to make, you know, in en masse. And so now for the watch, they've gone even further. They've taken basically probably the same guy who fabricated these for them can fabricate the watch bands no problem. Probably the same exact materials. Anyway, the video's funny. They got 40 people now. They're all happy. I don't know if you really need 40 people to develop this, but apparently they do.
We use in our groove rings. And secondly, it's super functional. It's the only breathable watch band that has grooves on the inside that allow it to breathe. And
Okay, so the only breathable watch band... No, that's not true. But June, the Nike one, looks like this. This is actually a fake. Also breathes. It's the only breathable one with grooves inside. Okay, well, what the fuck? Who cares? As long as it breathes, right?
third, just like all of our products, the groove band comes with
A 94-year limited warranty. Well, what if I come back for that one? I don't think it's going to be using an Apple Watch in 94 years. So anyway, the video's decent. The product quality-wise, I'm sure it's good. The question is, do you need to get even at $20? Is it worth it? Okay, $20 actually probably is worth it. You know, I would do this as like a in demand though, not maybe as a crowdfunding one, because you're going to be waiting a couple months. They say, you know, June or May, but no, I guess June. So you're going to be waiting a couple months at best. It might be several months late. It might, you know, some of the shit could happen. Something might not happen. Maybe you don't get the exact design you wanted. Maybe you find the quality's not what you like. And by then, you know, it's 6 months from now, right? So I'm always wary of buying things that shouldn't be crowdfunded as a crowdfunding thing. If these guys really have been in business now for several years, getting a bunch of these things made with the money that they have on hand probably isn't that big a deal. They're really using the crowdfunding as a way to do, you know, pre-ordering, which I'm not a big fan of that, but a lot of people, I mean, I guess if I was the project guy, I'd love it, right? Basically get people to prepay and then you deliver it whenever you get around to delivering it. And you can basically make your order with zero risk or next to zero risk. So anyway, that's the design, that's the pitch. But let's just take a look on Amazon. If you just search for Apple Watch strap, there's tons and tons of knockoffs of all types. Not knockoffs, but compatible ones, right? So this one's a knockoff because it's a knockoff of the original Nike one, right? And so the prices really vary depending on what you're getting. You can get the leather ones. You can get the, whatever this is, woven nylon. You can get... looks exactly like the Apple one. You can get, looks cooler than the Apple, comes with a little case, all kinds of stuff, right? And they all use the same compatible slip-on thing. So I've, you know, as I live in Hong Kong, which is right across the border from China where they make all these things, I've been doing this since probably year 2 of the Apple Watch. This is a Series 1 when it first came out. Was that 2014, 2015? 2015. Yeah, I think like May 2015. So I've had this thing for going on almost 4 years now, and I have gone through several straps. My original strap, which I still have here in this box, totally fine, basically mint condition, wears pretty well. I haven't had a mold problem, I'll put it that way. But yeah, it's not the most comfortable, and one of the nice things about the watch is that the fact you can change the strap, so why not get a different strap? So I've gone for the imitation Nike one. So this is like you guys can tell, this is like gray. So the circles are gray and the outside's black. If you guys have watched my videos, you've probably seen my straps change over time. I even went a little bit risque and I went for the turquoise and blue, which was a big thing for me because I almost always wear very muted colors. Now I'm wearing one, this has lasted for a long time too. This one is like dark blue with black, so it's much more my style. This one I was feeling ostentatious. But basically, this is the box that I got it here in Mongkok, here in Hong Kong, and it was at the time 98 Hong Kong. This was probably from like the first or second one I bought. And that's like $12. So Not a crazy price, but actually can get much cheaper nowadays, now that these things are proliferated. So if you look on, say, Amazon, you can see there's tons and tons of them. Where's the one that I was looking at? This one. This is basically looks exactly like the Apple one. You know, and they're selling for $5.70 or whatever, right? So, yeah. Lower price available for select options. So I guess if you get the one with the holes or whatever, maybe it's more. But somehow, it's literally the same picture. They just changed photoshopped it really poorly. But there's all kinds of ones, you know, $7 ones and $15 ones with a real thing, and this whatever $20 one. So there's tons and tons of options here. Metal ones, yeah, you name it, Velcro. So this one's as low as $4.99. That's probably where they, you know, they make their money back on upselling you for something else. But yeah, like literally they've got decent quality. I'm sure it's all made in the same factory for, you know, $5-6. So suddenly, you know, $30. Not so sure about that one, right? Just to get some grooves on it. Okay, and then of course, if you look on Taobao, there's tons and tons more. So this tells you really what the real going price in China is. You can get the metal one even with a little magnetic clasp. I have one of these too. I didn't. It's still in my drawer. 45 RMB. That's like, what is that? That's like $8 now, something like $7. What else we got? This one is the sports one, the imitation. This actually literally looks like it's the Nike picture, and then they just like co-opted it for this. But literally, yeah, that's like what I'm wearing now. That's kind of similar. There's opposite colors of the one I have on right now. And they've got all the different sizes, and these are 28 RMB. And that's like, what is that? That's like 4 something, right? So, yeah. High quality silicone rubber, blah, 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 blah. Silicone rubber, not silicone rubber. Should be. Ventilation holes, blah, 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 blah. It's all the same stuff. It's probably literally copy and pasted from the Apple store. So look, let's get some cool colors. Get some cool design, which is made by Nike. But yeah, so this solves the ventilation problem. I suppose this is, because it's, I don't know if that's like a considered intellectual property theft, if it's a straight knockoff of the Nike design. I suppose it is, but I don't know if you can really patent holes in a thing. I guess it's dishonest because it literally just took the exact same design. But anyway, the fact is you can get it for a fraction of the price of the Groove one, and you can get it right away, because you could probably, I mean, okay, go to wherever you live, go to Chinatown, look for a shop that's importing junk from China, sells, you know, whatever, sells Thunderbolt cables and USB chargers and stuff like that. They probably are selling these too. And even if it's more than, you know, the street price in China, even if it's double than that, it's still a third of the price of the Groove watch. And to me, like getting it in hand, trying it on, making sure that it fits. Obviously, I think fitting is not a problem, but you know, make sure that it fits your wrist well. Make sure that you like it. Make sure that it doesn't fall apart. Make sure that you like the material is worth it, right? I mean, forget about saving the money. Even if it was the same price, I'd rather just touch one in person before I drop even $30 on it, right? So that's my view on this guy. Designs are kind of cool. I don't know if I want grass on my wrist. I don't know if fake snakeskin, maybe. What is that supposed to be? Is that fur? You know, some of these are a little bit better, maybe. I don't like this one too much. Looks like you got some bad marble on your arm or something. And the grooves don't really impress me too much. So yeah, that's my view on the Groove watch band. Buyer beware. Just go on Amazon. You can get it to your house in a week. Save yourself 3 months of waiting for something that you might not like too much. Okay, that's it for today. Sorry for being so negative again. But the negative ones are more fun to watch, right? Hopefully. If you're from Groove Band, Groove Watch, Groove Life, I guess, the Groove Watch Band people, if you're Peter Goodwin and you're watching this, and you'd like to send me one to test, I'm happy to test it. I got a Series 1, so 40, whatever, the 42 millimeter one. Just send them over to me, send me a message. Maybe it's so awesome I changed my mind, but buyer beware. Okay, that's it for today. See you on Facebook and Twitter at GoKickMe, and also GoKickMedia.com, where you can sign up for our mailing list, which we will start using sooner or later. Okay, see you.